Rich risings, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. I wanted to come on today with a message for the collective. Let's see what comes through. I want to start the reading off with some inspiration from the book A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. I'll shuffle the deck and get us a card for inspiration. The nature, spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, and spirits of the earth, what messages do you have for the collective today for their greatest good? Clear and direct messages for the collective. What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? What encouragement, advice, insight can you provide for the collective today? All right, so we have this message. Knowing yourself goes far deeper than the adoption of a set of ideas or beliefs. Spiritual ideas and beliefs may at best be helpful pointers, but in themselves, they rarely have the power to dislodge the more firmly established core concepts of who you think you are, which is part of the conditioning of the human mind. So this kind of, and then at the bottom we have how spiritual you are has nothing to do with what you believe, but everything to do with your state of consciousness. So I feel like that was great to have at the bottom, kind of backs up what's being stated here. It's not about our ideas. It's not about our beliefs. It's not even about our practices. It's about knowing the essence of who we really are, outside of any idea, belief, or any concept that we can grasp onto outside of ourselves. So let's see what comes up in the reading. So I got a couple new decks that I'm excited about, and I'm going to start with this one. I have some pretty straightforward messages in the guidebook, so I may read a little for each card. I'm going to get 3 here. It's a beautiful day today. The birds are chirping. I just love being outside. So it's not too windy, but I'm hoping that the wind will be in alignment with me doing this reading out here today. Mother Nature, spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, spirits of the earth, messages for the collective for their greatest good. What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? What advice, encouragement, insight do you have for the collective? Angels, spirits, and guides. All right. Okay, so we have balance with a message from your divine teachers. Don't fly away. And we have gifts. And we have Judgment coming out. And at the bottom, we have Deceit. A message from our guardian angels. Balance, gifts, judgment, and deceit. I'd say receipt. Okay, so here with the balance, there's definitely an energy of reciprocation that I'm feeling coming here. Being fair, making sure that you are giving and receiving in a fair way here, and also recognizing when someone is, just being open to receive, and having the mindset where you can recognize where you are receiving here with this gifts and a message from your joy guides. This is about being able to recognize even the smallest blessing that we go through our day, each day, and we don't recognize sometimes where we are being blessed. This is about counting our blessings more, stepping outside of situations with this judgment, stepping outside of situations and being able to be the observer, so that you can get a fuller picture of what's taking place here. So I am going to read just a little from the guidebook just to get a little more into it. So with balance, this is a message in regards to like support, possible codependency, manipulation, and generosity, okay? So some of you are in a delicate process of learning how to properly balance the flow of give and take in your personal relationships. And it's time to evaluate how you're doing. So this is about taking a look at the reciprocation that takes place within relationships. Are you giving too much? Are you leaving feeling resentful and angry? Are you withholding when you could give more? Are you leaving? Does that, withholding when you could give more leave you feeling guilty or defensive in some way? Your divine teachers can help you learn how to better align your relationships so that you neither give nor take too much as a means of controlling others. They counsel you to be honest about your motivations when dealing with others. You know in your heart of hearts what drives your interest in them. Do you give with the secret agenda? Do you have this secret agenda of you owe me after you've given something to someone? Do you create dependency in or control over others with your kindness? Are you giving in a way that keeps a person dependent upon you? It's really just time for some of you, whoever's watching this, to pay attention to what your motives are when you are giving within your relationships. Because even when you're the giver, if your intentions are not good, it's flawed. It's flawed. Are you withholding for fear that you might be taken advantage of? So let's say, like with this gifts and joy, guys, you have all these blessings and all these people around you that are willing to help you, but you still kind of withhold and keep to yourself because you've been in situations in the past to where you have been taken advantage of. And now that limiting belief is present, causing you to not want to even give to the people that are giving to you. So your divine teachers are on hand to help you answer these questions. They lovingly assure you that relationships are the most difficult of all spiritual classrooms, and the lessons of proper give and take are the most difficult of skills to learn. So have compassion for yourself as you seek balance with others. Ask your divine teachers to help you become more aware of how you give and receive in all relationships, not just the romantic relationships. So there's no difference between giving and receiving love. That's the overall message here that they really want you to take home. But I'm definitely picking up a strong energy of evaluating how you give, how you receive, and what your motivations are on both ends, okay? So then moving on to gifts here. Gifts. This is about receiving. This is about kindness. This is about blessings. And so the universe is constantly showering us with gifts. We have many, many blessings throughout our day. There is always something to be grateful for. The problem arises when so many of these divine offerings and gifts and blessings go unnoticed and are therefore unaccepted. So some of you are blocking your blessings right now. Some of you are missing opportunities and missing blessings. Okay, so your joy guides are on hand, acting as messengers to help correct this problem. They ask you to start counting your blessings day after day, taking care not to miss any or take them for granted. Your joy guides delight in showering you with gifts and encourage you to expand your heart's capacity to receive all that they have to offer. Their only request is that you acknowledge these offerings and thank the Divine Mother and Father, God, for their endless generosity. Open your heart and expect good things to come. They want you to expect good things to come. Some of you may be having difficulty with, it's like this energy that I'm feeling of questioning everything. So you may be someone that's questioning the people around you, their motives for wanting to give you things, and therefore missing the blessing of it, missing the gift and the divinity that comes from these blessings that are coming your way. Wondering if someone is giving to you to keep you dependent upon them. Maybe you've experienced a situation in the past where someone took care of you or provided for you and it left you in a dependent situation that was not fair and it was not healthy. So this is for someone specific. Take what resonates and leave what does not, but definitely feeling a strong energy of just having an issue with trusting the motives of people around you that want to offer help to you. So this may keep you from even asking for help. But moving on to judgment, being the observer, taking a step back to look at everything completely. So I feel like there's a lot of self-reflection taking place, and just kind of looking at yourself and looking at the people around you and just really observing and not running off and with assumptions. This is about being rational. This is about using your discernment and being precise. Looking at every detail, paying attention to everything. This isn't a time to act under an imagined sense of urgency. There's no rushing. You may bypass something. You may overlook something. Keep your emotions from running away with you. Turn to your higher self. This is a message coming in from our higher selves to engage our power of reason and trust our inclination to step away from the drama and the intensity of the moment. So there may be some arguments taking place, some disagreements, and it could be around reciprocation for some of you. This doesn't have to be like, with your intimate romantic relationships. This could be a dynamic, a mother-child dynamic, father-child dynamic, sibling dynamic, just your family, your close friends, co-workers. There may just be some discord going on right now that actually brings a rise in emotions for you or the other party involved. And Spirit is wanting you to really take a step back, get out of the energy of heightened emotion, and pay attention to the details, to the fact. Listen to understand, not to respond. Study and analyze all the factors of the situation and allow your higher self to guide you to the right end. Better yet, don't even engage in conversation or discuss anything when you're heightened emotion. Allow yourself to calm down. Allow yourself to think on it for a day or two until you feel that you can come back to the conversation without heightened emotion. Your higher self's message is leave it to me for now. So there is a need for us to really kind of connect with our higher selves and let our higher selves guide us through this situation. At the bottom of the deck, we have deceit. And this is a message from our guardian angels. This image here shows one of, people wearing masks. And it's time for the mask to come off. And maybe some of you have taken the mask off to actually address some things that you feel you could be right or wrong about in regards to reciprocation within a union or just in your life in general. There's some dishonesty or betrayal at play, and your guardian angels are present, alerting you to the fact that all isn't as it appears, okay? All is not as it appears. So that's why there's a need for you to take a closer look and observe more of what's taking place here, because there's a lot of projection going on these days. For sure. So let's see what you're needing to surrender. Angel, spirits, and guides, clear and direct messages, clear and guided messages for the collective. What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? What guidance, advice, encouragement, or insight can you provide? Clear and direct messages. So we have surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Okay, so for some of you, coming in right underneath this balance, there may be a need for you to let go of people that are helping you for the wrong reasons, expecting something in return or wanting to keep you dependent upon them. You may need to take a step back from a connection because you may be the person doing this. So there's a need for you to evaluate. And if you are the person that's kind of bringing this unhealthy or toxic energy into the give and take dynamic, then there's a need for you to let go and release any limiting beliefs that is causing you to feel like that type of behavior is okay. We have surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. A lot of you are under stress to the point where you're unable to see the blessings that you're receiving on a daily basis. There's a lot going on in the world right now. Gas prices high as hell. Food is going up. Things are going up. Inflation is ridiculous. And a lot of people may be under a lot of stress because of this and focusing more on the problem than on the many blessings that you are receiving every single day. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have heard this time and time again, but an attitude of gratitude gives you more things to be grateful for. So this is why the Joy Guide's message is coming in, asking that you count any and all of your blessings every single day. Count your blessings from the biggest to the smallest thing. The spoon you're eating off of. It could be a paper plate. It does not matter. Count every last blessing. And this is going to help you to get recentered. This is going to help you to raise your vibration and come out of this energy of being in stress. We have surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Definitely. Divine timing is at play always, and sometimes we get in this energy of wanting to control how things are going to happen, and we just simply can't. We have surrender, procrastination at the bottom. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. Definitely got some procrastinating energy. But for a lot of you, what I'm picking up is that the time is now. Now is divine timing. And your ego may be telling you that now is not the time. You may be wanting to put something off due to fears or due to perfectionism, not having everything lined up the way that you want it to be lined up. And Spirit is saying the time is now. Don't put it off anymore. There is no better time than now. And you're being asked to surrender to this divine timing right now. I'm just loving being out here. There's a lot of collective energy around just, those fears. A lot of people are doing shadow work to address the parts of themselves that have grown fierce within them, and it's causing self-sabotage. It's time to address that if you want to get to the next level, even if that next level is just vibrating at a higher frequency. It's time to address those things that we repress and get to the point where we can actually have a fulfilling life, fulfilling, beautiful energy around other people. We have number 85, follow your dreams, is coming out here. So if you're this person over here that's been procrastinating and intuitively you can feel that the time is now, but there are fears about how to go about it. It may not even be fear. It may just be uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. And it's like that uncomfortableness brings up so much anxiety to the point where it stops you dead in your tracks and you're unable to complete or be consistent and, see things through to the end. So you put it off. I'll do it when I'll do it. Or maybe I need to watch some more videos on how to do this. Or maybe I need to, build my confidence up. I'm not ready yet. And Spirit is saying, yes, you are. Just do it. The bird said, just do it. We have financial discipline coming through here. Financial discipline. This is definitely a time to be disciplined when it comes to our finances, with inflation, with everything going the way that it's going. In order to deal with some of this stress that we have and the mindset of lack that could potentially be present for some of you, it's about getting financially disciplined. And we have manifestation popping out. So it's definitely the timing for some of you is now for something that you've manifested. It's time for you to receive. Some of you are right in the midst of your manifestation right now, and you can't see it because of things that are going on around you, things that are taking place in your environment, your internal environment as well, that is causing you to not see things clearly. Something, not seeing things clearly. So I definitely feel like overall there's a very powerful message here, especially with, paying attention to how you give and receive. For a lot of you, this is your season. This is really your season. And if you are judging and being unable to trust people's motives, then this can kind of hold you up. It can be very stressful. It's a lot trying to figure out someone's motives, trying to read people. Makes you just shut down completely at times. Like, you know what, I don't even want it. Like, when you have to constantly figure out why someone is wanting to be so supportive. So for some of you, this may really hit home. Some of you, this may really hit home. I'm in just this really peaceful state right now. We just have surrender that popped out. Surrender, surrender, surrender. Some of you are holding on to unhealthy relationships that you need to let go of, unhealthy beliefs, limiting beliefs that you're holding on to that you need to let go of, procrastination that you need to let go of. Some are still trying to hold on to control. Ego is very loud and present and wanting to control things. Stop bonding around struggle. Stop bonding around struggle. We don't have to do it all by ourselves. Even in these difficult times right now, there's always enough. There's more than enough. And the fear and conditioning that people will try to project onto you is that there's not enough. And don't allow that to penetrate your being. Everything you need to know will find you at the perfect time. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to have everything all laid out perfectly. I watched someone on TikTok yesterday, and he had a very beautiful message about now being the time. The time is now. Start now. Just start, just go, just do it. Everything that you need will always be made available to you, and you have to have faith in that. Ground yourself in that knowing deeply that everything that you need will always be made available to you. We have divine lineage coming out here. Divine lineage. So I'm gonna look in the guidebook and see what comes through for this message. And then we're gonna complete the reading. So Sarah Lakali, if I'm saying that correctly. correctly, is the goddess of divine lineage. Romani, Egypt, a temple of ancestors. The element here is water. So this goddess was an Egyptian prophetess and the patron saint of the Romani people. Oral history says that Saint Sarah had the highest divine lineage. Your ancestors protect the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is you. Divine ones walk beside and within you. Trust this. This is about your ancestors. You have so much spiritual guidance and help on the other side and within you, encoded in your DNA, that is helping you navigate and conquer things that you probably just sometimes have no idea how you were able to get to the other side of some of the things that you've gone through. But your ancestors want to remind you that you are not alone. They are rooting for you. They ask you to honor your spirit guides and call upon the power of the divine. Create or nourish your ancestral altar or shrine. Unbury your ancestors. Speak their names. Your divine lineage ancestors may be blood related or culturally or spiritually connected. The goddess declaration here is, I am my sister, and my sister is me. I am my brother is me. We're all connected. So that is the message that I have for you. I hope that you all were able to find something here that, resonated, that spoke to you, that you can take away and self-reflect and apply to your life. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Have an awesome day. Get outside and get grounded and do some meditation. Get in that nature.